Hi guys, today we're playing a little bit of Borderlands 1 here. Oh, shut up, Claptrap. We're level 42, starting the beginning of playthrough 2. And I mean, like, we're decently powerful here. Bullet damage 15%. Shotguns receive a 25% damage increase with a minus 25% shot spread. A 45% increased magazine size and recoil reduction. So 45% of my magazine, which this holds 124 rounds. Yeah, this gun quite literally holds 306 rounds in the magazine. Like, to put that into perspective, that's a ridiculous... And it's also a ×4 fire weapon. So, I mean, like, quite literally, this gun here is insane. This is a really good loadout. There is only one problem with it, and that's that I only hold 900 assault rifle rounds, so I only get 3 mags out of the weapon, but oh well, right? Also, this gives me +6 combat rifle regeneration, and I do an additional 33% damage, so yeah. The other thing is my combat proficiency adds 24% damage, so if you combine the 33 and 24, I'm at a 50% damage bonus in total with the combat rifles, and this gun does a lot of damage. It does 180, so yeah, it just fucking, it annihilates. Now the interesting thing about playthrough 2 in Borderlands 1 versus the Borderlands 2 playthrough 2, our Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, is that yeah, I don't really get a lot of XP, because these guys are still like in the upper level, like the mid-level 30s, where I'm in the lower level 40s. So we're still considered to be over-leveled, so going through this is not going to be hard at all. As a matter of fact, I would easily say that we're pretty OP, and we're pretty much clear for sprinting through this game, which is a good thing. We're almost level 42. Again, we can keep upgrading this shield recharge speed, which greatly matters. Very slow health regeneration, unfortunately. We have health regeneration though, and that's all that matters. So. Fun thing about going through playthrough 2 is any one of these enemies, because we're over the minimum level requirement for legendaries to spawn, we can totally get legendaries this whole playthrough. Yeah, that times 4 fire damage is crazy. Look how quickly it just melts his ass. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very powerful weapon, the Draco. I like it. It's one of my favorite assault rifles in Borderlands 1. And I tell you what, man, this is definitely a huge part of why I enjoy playing Roland and BL1. Look at this. I mean, we're like 36% of the way there to leveling up to the next level. I mean, so my brick is level 65 or 66 or some shit like that. He's almost maximum level. And then I got my Roland, which is level 42, and then I have Mordecai, which is level 46. So I mean, in all seriousness, like the characters are seriously almost maximum level. I will say, if there was like a storage unit like they have in Borderlands 2, the storage vaults for your weapons, if they had something like that in this game without needing the Moxie DLC, it would definitely be pretty freaking good. How is it saying we're full on sniper ammo? How much sniper ammo can I hold? Oh, only 40 something round. Oh yeah, because we have a lot of ammo in this magazine. This is a 27 shot mag on a sniper rifle. You know, we gotta up our sniper ammo count. Of course, you know, this is why using a character like Mordecai is so OP in this game. I feel like with S&S munitions. S&S munitions doesn't return in Borderlands 2 or 3. Which kind of sucks. If there were more weapon manufacturers in Borderlands 1 than there are in 2 and 3. Did it give us an extra SDU? No, it did not. It just gave us this fucking... this dog shit ass fucking grenade mod. No thank you. Hey there, stranger. Swift justice. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing. I can't lie, though. This dull revolver does more damage, but it only holds 2 shots. Where this... I mean, the damage is a lot more, but, I mean, well, this one only holds 3. And, yeah, we'll stick around with this one. Midgets. Oh, I mean, we get 3 shots out of it. So yeah, I mean, I guess it ain't too bad. Oh, whoa. And the reload speed's really good. The ammo regeneration thing gets me. Because guns in this game can literally regenerate ammo. That's crazy. It makes it seem like I'm using mods or hacks or whatever. Open this chest up real quick. Hopefully it dropped a legend. No legendary. Yeah, there's a transfusion grenade. I've been playing non-stop Borderlands, man. And Borderlands 1, which is this one, not saying Borderlands 2 is a bad game, but I definitely prefer this one over it. And that's tough to say because Borderlands 2 is the better game, I will say, but this, I just prefer this over 2. Something about just like the... Damn it! Look at the gore. Like the gore in this game is crazy, you know. Cause this game is, this was the first Borderlands game, you know, so it took itself very seriously, while simultaneously being semi-comedic. Ooh, nothing good. Okay. Look at the... Yeah, look at the psycho badass. The little arm is just crazy. Bro's been jerking off for a week, bro. Non-stop 65 times a day, bro, to get that arm to be like that. But I don't know, I like the art style, the art direction of this one over the second one. Like, you know, the cell shading was a bit more clever here than in Borderlands 2. But like, I don't know.
should be able to get into the mine.
Yeah, look at that. They ruined Angel. Original Angel on the PS3, Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. The original Angel, I prefer that version of her on-screen appearance. I was just saying this on my last stream, but yeah, it's I don't like the bazillion little dots on the screen. I'm not a big fan of that. It's just, it looks weird. Oh yeah, I forgot we dropped that. Well, this one might not do as much damage. It also has 6 shots, so that means I have 11 shots in this revolver, which is quite insane, to be honest with you guys. Commandant Steel could have been such a better villain if they just fleshed her out a little bit more and gave her more screen time, or more, if they made her more interactable. I don't know, if she was just there more often. Like, they gave more audio diaries describing her character more and sort of alluding to her being a siren. Because I mean, it's pretty obvious that she's a siren, you know, but she has the same tattoos as Lilith, but you know, to those not paying attention, I don't see it to where you wouldn't notice the Commandant Steel is also, but if there were audio diaries of her committing war crimes and stuff like that, I feel like it would make her a much better villain. You know, I'm not saying that they fucked up here with her as a, I'm not saying she's a horrible villain necessarily, that she could have been better, but they could have made her more iconic by making her appear more often. It's a shame we don't get enough of her. Yeah, I like this revolver more than the other ones. The Equalizer, I think is what it's called. Yeah. I mean, unending firepower. I like the magazine size being 11. That's a really good mag size for this damage. let's go do this. Level 42. Once we start fighting level 40-ish enemies, I definitely know that we're gonna level up a lot faster. 69 is the maximum level. I think the max level in game is like level 50. So it only allows you to go up 19 more levels. Oh, it dropped a relic or an artifact. You know, in a lot of ways, I kind of wish that artifacts returned to Borderlands 2, and they worked exactly how they do in this game, where they just tie a elemental effect bonus to your action skills. So I feel like that would be a really cool, and if they would allow it to upgrade it more than what we were able to upgrade it here in this game. Okay. And we're halfway to the next level. Desert shotgun. 100 damage times 9. That's a lot of damage. Level 6. So next one goes to accuracy or reload speed. But still. So yeah, with the artifacts, you know, when you go in to look at your character, they'll say your artifact level. And this would be really cool if it was in Borderlands 2, because I definitely feel like it would be really cool to fully upgrade it. Say it was like maximum level 15 or some shit like that. And then of course you add your additional shit, like something like Maya would be super crazy OP. You know, with the other shit that she has going on, her action skill would just be fucking crazy OP. And so would Zero's. You know, I mean, it would seriously allow more skills to open up, I feel like, and skill trees to get more powerful skills, more meaningful skills. But that's just me though. That's insane to see a common weapon being sold as like the... Ooh, holy shit. I might have found me a new favorite revolver. 408 plus with a 6-shot capacity. And a scope too. That's pretty cool. And then it's a Jacob, so it looks badass. Alright, cool, and it's a cool looking reticle as well.
Everything you've faced up until now has been simple. You're about to face a real challenge in flesh. Do not underestimate it.
What time is it? Holy fuck. Oh my god, dude. It's almost nighttime. It's like 7. It's a lot of damage.
Never have enough stuff. Oh, that hurt. Target hit. Oh, that hurt. Always room for more loot.
All the latest and greatest in high-powered weaponry and gear sold right here for your convenience.
This one is a brute, and he has a powerful shield you will need to whittle down before you can hurt him. Don't let him touch you.
Sledge. P.S. You guys aren't friends.
I bet you'd like to know what that is. The vault is real. What you are holding is the key that opens it. One part of it, anyway.
This is Commandant Steele of the Atlas Corporation, Crimson Lands D Company, 3rd Star Point. I have just been informed that you have arrived on the vault, and within minutes have started killing the locals and causing a disturbance. This planet is under the authority of the Atlas Corporation, and any Iridian artifacts found here are Atlas property. Possession of such property carries a
Right, we
steep
got guns over here.
I invite you to turn yourself in at once to the nearest land's outpost and surrender any information or artifacts in your possession. Consider this your one and only warning.
Alrighty.
Mounting up.
You know, Chef Sanders in the Air at Badlands has another job for you. Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone Bounty Board.
Getting better all the time.
Hyperion, huh? What's glazing on it?
Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone Bounty Board.
Another notch on my way. Critical, bitch.
Alright. We're gonna pop out of there. Oh shit. Start game. Now there's a... Okay. So that's what, 43 for Roland. Siren 69. Mordecai 46. And Mordecai, I think we have a much higher... Damn, Cloud Chat just popped up out of nowhere. Yeah, there's not another game like Borderlands 1, and so I don't know, that's ultimately why I like it so much. Damn, homie, I was gonna go shooting today, but I just let the day go by. Damn it. You know what? 25. So, yeah, I used a lot of pistols in this playthrough. So if you think about it, 25% of 385 is a lot of damage. What level is this pistol again? Level 34. Severely underleveled revolver.
Crazy Earl has more jobs he'd like that choke bolt hunter to do. Scooter asked me to tell you about a little something something he needs done. You should ask him about it. Greetings! Helena Pierce has more jobs for you.
Magazine size of pistols plus 30%. And trespass bullets have a 100% chance to pierce through shields plus additional bullet damage. Wouldn't it be cool if that was a 50% bonus? Because damn, that would basically make this class pretty much a god tier. Yeah, no. Pistols get a 30% increase. So this little revolver don't mean much because, well, only holds 2 shots. Let's say you were to grab an actually decent revolver that's not complete dog shit, which I don't have one. Aha. Yes, this T-Door revolver, which for whatever reason has a ×7 multiplier. I love that Pandora sign. Let's see if we can scope in.
You killed the ugly one. I asked Pierce to give you Class A clearance, and she declined, so I stole her robotic arm until she'd give it to you. You should have little trouble moving forward. Are we friends? I think I would enjoy that.
Searching database. Your DNA has been granted Class A clearance. Lowering grade.
These things never returned, did they? On Borderlands 2. I recently beat Dead Space 2, for like the 8th time now in my life. It kind of reminds me that I kind of wish that they really did do a Dead Space 2 remake.
Unfortunately, in your way are the inhabitants of Jamestown, the smell of alcohol and ignorance. They like science as much as I like the idea of music. Music is wasteful and stupid.
Yeah, I like these Borderlands 1 spider ants. They're weird looking. What's really nice about Borderlands 1's basic ass level design, because I mean it is very basic. Like, there's really no creativity with it. I mean, I take that back. There is definitely creativity with it, but compared to Borderlands 2, and this is very simple design. Tons. Like they put these out here, these like little observation posts. They really put these out here for Mordecai to snipe cross map. But I feel like the rest of us normal players that don't play Mordecai, I definitely feel like we don't care for these. We kind of see these as pointless. But when you think about like, oh yeah, Mordecai's a character, and oh yeah, he specializes in sniper rifles, and oh yeah, you know, like you can make sniping decent. Because if you look at his, like my proficiency, I have a 96 stability, so sniping for me is really no big deal at all. Especially guns like the Silent Knight, which, well, does 800% critical hit damage. With my current skills, that's scales very well. And this is placed right here, so I can actually run over here, get really good. I mean, boom, there it goes. All she wrote. Okay. Okay. Go knock him out. Yeah, when they totally remastered this game, I was bouncing off the walls, bro. I was like, dude, Borderlands 1 got remastered. Holy shit, I never thought this day would ever come. And sure enough, man, like it came with all the DLC and everything. That was kind of dog shit. Sniping in this game is kind of wonk ass. Once you get your sniper proficiency maxed out though, sniping becomes really easy.
More me.
I feel like we should definitely increase our focus, decreasing the sniper sway, and getting that stability maxed out is going to make hyper accurate shots. Sniper damage increased by 20%. This gun does total 400. So realistically, this gun's doing over 500 damage per shot.
I should warn you about Tanis. There is something strange about her. We haven't had a supply transport come in years. The commerce grid shows no log of her ever using any of my trade stations. But she must be getting resupplied somehow.
See, this sniper rifle here is pretty badass. Look how much ammo I hold. I hold 23 rounds in this mag size. And the actual mag size on the gun is 9 shots, but it holds 23. The meat grinder. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I don't even. My bullets go through shields. Scoped rocket launcher? Are you shitting me? Everything I have has a scope on it, bro. Scopes.
Dirty criminals control access to your cash coast. It's not
Okay, and then finally, last character, our most overpowered character so far, or thus far, is Lilith. Yeah, I really like, this is my personal favorite, the Gully, Angelic Ruins, Hellburbia. This place is wild. And we don't ever really see this place ever again. I mean, like, yeah, they do so in Borderlands 2, this returns. Not as a DLC, because it pissed everybody off, but it returns in Borderlands 2 as they have them all around the map, the slaughterhouses. But unfortunately, they do have a set limit. I wish that, like, after the maximum limit, I wish that they would go unlimited to where you can constantly keep doing them. Because they're honestly kind of fun. One aspect of Borderlands 2 I would have changed was definitely making the slaughterhouses infinite. And even having an extra mode added that would basically have them be like Call of Duty Zombies, where it would be like infinite, like you can't beat it or complete it, it just keeps going, and you just would see how high you would go and have an in-game leaderboard of how the players that hold the highest wave achieved or vice versa or whatever. I definitely feel like that would be way more cool and creative. Borderlands 1 also had the player versus player gauntlets, which, well, I mean, yeah, they seem cool when you say that, but in reality, no one ever really fucked with it. I think when I first played, me and my friends did it like 6 or 7 times, and then that was it. We never touched it again. We did just like one. I think we only used 2 arenas, and like I said, like we barely like maybe 6 or 7 times. And mind you, I have thousands of hours on these games, so 6 or 7 times is not very much. It sounds like a lot, but in reality, that's like only 3 or 4 times, and we've only used the 2 maps. There was this one map, and if I can forget where the other arena map was, but I know for sure the one we played the most was the one right down the corner here. Yeah, the tsunami is the most OP weapon in the game. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. See, it says arena. I know that sign returns from Borderlands 1 into Borderlands 2, but it doesn't mean that instead the player versus player combat was done via a challenge. You have to melee your friend and you have to accept it and do all that nonsense. I probably wouldn't mind if this returned in Borderlands 2 and they updated it in a way that made it more fun, but I mean, like with say you'd come down in here, you would need an additional player then you guys would go click on here and then sign up to fight. And these little rooms are kind of cool. It's a shame that this never ever returned. But you guys have to remember that this game, first and foremost, and 90%, actually 110% is cooperative. So the fact that they do have a competitive mode available is just pure bonus content to make the multiplayer seem more appealing. Which, mind you, this is kind of goofy. Now, my favorite map in all of Borderlands 1 is T-Bone Junction. I really do like the Zombie Island map as well. Like, it's definitely in my top 5. The Arid Badlands, New and Old Haven, since they're basically the same map. Except for one is a basically sanctuary and the other is a combat area where you fight the Crimson Lance. Which, yeah, dude, this place is freaking badass. You got,
Sugar, I've got another job for you.
you basically have these giant ass highways.
Give us your hungry, and we'll give them our leftovers. Give us your low, and we'll give them a job that might pay. Give us your weary, and we'll make them sing us a song. We are Atlas.
And then obviously the Atlas propaganda. Scooter's Garage, which is badass because it's got a skag with wings on it. So this has the Racer, which is sponsored. Hold on, let me jump out of this thing real quick. Which is pretty freaking cool, but it's got a spoiler that's sponsored by Moxie's Underdome Riot DLC. It's a sponsorship on the spoiler, and it's got this really cool skull logo on the side. I think all the normal ones have this. However, the only difference is the speed and health. This thing is, I'd say it's about 20 to 40% faster than the standard model, and the boost is a lot quicker, but it runs out faster. So that's the only real difference between this. The Racer version is it's just much quicker. Now they do have the Monster, which this thing is pretty. As a Borderlands vehicle, we never see this return ever in a single Borderlands game. This is the only time it ever appears in the whole franchise is in this DLC. But yeah, you have your driver's seat here. And next to the driver's seat, oh shit. Next to the driver's seat is like, I don't even know what that's supposed to be, a fuel tank or something. And then there's just the gunner seat. So what it does is it launches a rocket, does the re-entry vehicle, the MIRV effect basically, where it splits into a few projectiles. This is hard to utilize. So how to aim it properly, if you aim it too low it won't work, but say I'm aiming at that. Say I'm aiming at that Lancer right there, it's too close. But say I'm aiming at that rooftop, and it's too far. It's just too awkward. It sucks ass. And I think if they just made it like a, I don't know, if they fixed the stupid rocket thing effect, you know, I think maybe it would be a cooler vehicle. And I mean, by all means, it's a decent looking vehicle. It's a decent looking ride. But then there's the Lancer, which is basically an armored personnel carrier from Atlas. And it's obvious why we never see this again, because the Atlas Corporation just sort of, well, after this DLC, you know, it's kind of sort of the end of the Atlas Corporation. But they shoot the Iridian cannon. Do I have an Iridian cannon on me? in my inventory, maybe. Maybe I don't. I 90% don't. No, but I do have just a regular Iridian weapon, so... There's an Iridian cannon. See how it shoots this shit? So the Iridian cannon is very powerful. And this basically shoots a more powerful version of that. No, it's infinite though, so unlike the Iridian cannon it takes forever to recharge to shoot one or two high damage projectiles, this is much more powerful and it's infinite and it's more rapid fire. So it's basically better in literally every fucking way. But unfortunately, I would argue it would be really cool if we had two gunners right there and right there. And the other gunner would basically be like a rocket launcher, because his front gun operates just like a regular machine gun. And so imagine it had an additional rocket launcher that only the driver can utilize, and then imagine it had a spot for somebody to just sit in, or just another machine gun seat, you know, like that. That's just, I don't know. I really like this thing. I think it is fucking kick-ass. Now, I guess the other... Well, I mean, the monster should have an extra option, I think. Like, it should have another option, but this is 3 vehicles, which Borderlands 2 only gives us the 2 main vehicles. No other DLC vehicles are being considered, but... No, this one does not let us customize the weapons. Whereas, I think if we go into the main game, it lets us choose if we want a rocket or a machine gun. Yeah, dude, this one's pretty cool. You know, the one caveat to this, it would be really cool if they gave us like a Borderlands style like dirt bike or something in this DLC. It would basically be extremely fast, but it would only be a 2-player thing. And, like, could you imagine if it had, like, a little machine gun cart sitting in the side? Like, that would be pretty freaking cool. But, unfortunately, that's not the Borderlands we got. This is the Borderlands we got. You know, the whole shoulda, coulda, woulda. We could talk all day long about concepts and what could have been. But truly, I think that, Borderlands 1... Yeah, so... Yeah, see, it lets us choose if we want a machine gun or a rocket. But the thing is, the reason in the DLC why we're not able to choose we can't customize which one we want, is literally because the option to choose your vehicle is the same option to change if you want a machine gun or not. Because it counts as a completely separate vehicle. So, I mean, you know, that kind of sucks, but I also understand it, you know what I mean? Like, I fully get it. And, I don't know, man, like, I don't think that a lot of people... I don't know, I think when they developed it, if they gave us additional options with those vehicles, or you know, even like, could you imagine if they gave us like special armament options in addition to the ones that we got? That would definitely be pretty kick-ass. But nah, man, the Borderlands lore, the established like what's going on here, I feel like the Atlas Corporation was so kick-ass in this game that by Borderlands 2. We don't ever see them again, you know, and then they come back in Borderlands 3, which I like that, but it's a totally different Atlas. You know, this Borderlands 1 Atlas is my favorite, my personal favorite version of that company. Anyway, guys, I gotta get going. Alright, no, don't start another recording. End this broadcast.